Hello friends, today we are going to discuss instrumentation interview questions and answers. This is our back to back video for instrumentation interview questions and answers. Let's start. The first question is, what is an RTD? How does it work? And the answer is, RTD means resistance temperature detector is a temperature sensor that detects the temperature and provide the output in resistance. The full form of RTD is resistance temperature detector. RTD provides the output in ohms after detecting the temperature. We all know that resistance unit is ohm. RTD is shown in the pictures. Here you can see RTD is shown in the pictures. RTD is a positive temperature coefficient resistance, means resistance increases with increase in temperature. If an instrument is positive temperature coefficient resistance, then its resistance increases with temperature. So RTD resistance also increases with increase in temperature. RTD provides a linear rise in its resistance according to the rise in temperature. As you can see in the graph, the resistance in ohms increases or rise according to the rise in temperature. What is the commonly used RTD? Friends, it is a very good question for interviews point of view. And the answer is PT100 platinum resistance 100 ohms. PT100 is shown in the photo and animation. Our third question is, what is PT100? And the answer is PT100 is made from platinum and it shows 100 ohms at 0 degree Celsius. Here PT100 is made from two words PT plus 100. Here PT stands for platinum and 100 means 100 ohms at 0 degree Celsius. If we have PT500, it will show 500 ohms at 0 degree Celsius, and PT1000 will show 1000 ohms at 0 degree Celsius. Explain what is direct acting and reverse acting in a controller. This question is also helpful for your working point of views. And the answer is direct acting. In direct acting controller, the output increases when process measurement or process variable increases. Now we will see reverse acting. In a reverse acting controller, the output decreases when the process measurement or process variable increases. What will be the output increases or decreases of a direct acting controller when the process goes above the set point? Suppose the process variable goes above the set point, then what about the output of direct acting controller? It will increase or decrease. In a direct acting controller, the controller output increases when process variable or measurement goes above the set point. The example of direct acting controller is temperature reducing control valve. Suppose we have to maintain the set point at say 300 degrees Celsius, then if the process variable goes above 300 degrees Celsius, the controller output will increase and the cold water spray will cool down the temperature. What will be the output increases or decreases of a reverse acting controller when process goes above the set point? Suppose the process variable goes above the set point, then what about the output of reverse acting controller? It will increase or decrease. And the answer is, in a reverse acting controller, the controller output decreases when the process, that means measurement, goes above the set point. The example of reverse acting controller is pressure reducing valve. Suppose we have to maintain the set point at say 10 kilograms per centimeter square, then if the process variable goes above 10 kilogram per centimeter square, the controller output will decrease to maintain the process at set point. What is a normally open and normally closed control valve? Friends, this is an important question. Normally open control valve, the control valve that remains open in the absence of air is known as normally open control valve. It will be decided on the basis of the position of control valve in the absence of air. In the absence of air, the control valve is open, so it is known as normally open control valve. Normally open control valve is also known as air to close control valve. The valve will start closing on apply air, so it is also known as air to close control valve. Air to close control valve is shown in the pictures. It will start closing on apply air. We will apply air from here and here, and the valve will start closing. Normally closed control valve, the control valve that remains closed in the absence of air is known as normally closed control valve. In the absence of air, the valve will remain closed, so it is known as normally closed control valve. Normally closed control valve is also known as air to open control valve. The valve will start opening on apply air, so this valve is also known as air to open control valve. Normally closed or air to open control valve is shown in picture and animation. It is clear from the animation that valve will open on apply air signal. What is a controller? Where are its application areas? Friends, controller plays an important role in instrumentation, so this question is very helpful for you. A controller is an instrument used for controlling a process variable or process measurement. The example of controllers are PLC DCS PID controller. PLC DCS controller is shown in the picture. PLC DCS controller is controlled by using SCADA. The controllers are used to control the process. It continuously monitors the error signal and gives a corrective output to the final control element. Here the main aspect is error signal. Error is the difference between the set point and the process variable. Controller reduces or eliminates this error by giving the corrective output to the final control element. Now some important points regarding controllers are: controller is used to control the process automatically. Controller output is mainly 4 to 20 milliamps. Here milliamps means milliamperes. Controller output is 4 to 20 milliamperes to control a pneumatic control valve or a variable frequency drive, also known as VFD. So friends, that was our video. Thanks for watching the video.